Welcome to the second unboxing video of Magic the Gathering's Aetherdrift for JAF Comics. Today we're going to be opening another 2 Play Booster boxes of Aetherdrift for you. 30 packs a box, 14 cards a pack. In our first opening we had some incredible hits. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already, but stick here for right now, as we're going to be opening these 2 boxes and are sure to get some more awesome cards to play with. The set has been very fun to open so far. Take a look at all of the flavor of the planes, the multiverse that Wizards of the Coast has invited us onto, with, you know, the likes of Chandra and others in a race to the finish. Our eyes are on the prize. This is the box topper. Last time we did one box topper to start with. We are going to save this one for after the first box this time, so be sure to stick around for that. Has 2 cards in the first place foil. Very cool art treatment, so I'm sure we will love to see that when we get there. But for now, we're just going to jump right in with the Play Booster packs themselves. So this set is coming out for pre-release on Friday, February 7th, 2025. So be sure to go to the likes of JAF Comics in person in Bethlehem, or if you'd like, you can go to jafcomics.com to pre-order, either for in-store or I believe for shipping as well. But definitely for in-store, you can pick up your stuff there. And all these singles will be listed both in-store and online at jafcomics.tcgplayerpro.com. Link will be in the description of this video, so be sure to check it out if there's anything awesome that you're looking for to add to your commander decks, or for your standard decks, modern, or even if you'd like to get a pre-release pack to join us for our pre-release on Friday the 7th. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Nothing crazy from the first pack, so I won't bother really going back through too much of that, but we have a lovely little island here. Sky, some birds. Oh, we have a little rainbow too. That's so cool. Got a End Rider Catalyzer for a foil. If you didn't see the first video, I'll introduce some of these mechanics again. Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. The max speed is 4. So it'll start at 1. After 3 turns, if you can have an opponent lose life each turn, you can get up to that max speed. When you have max speed, you can use this ability to tap to add red. Pretty cool. And for our rare, we have Spectacular Pileup. It is a board wipe for creatures and vehicles. They also lose Indestructible, which is pretty useful, especially in Commander and the likes. And if you don't need it for the board wipe, you can toss it away with the cycling, get yourself a new card. Very cool. Got a Spell Pierce. As a reprint, Unswerving Sloth. I don't know that we've seen this one before. Yeah, that sloth just went right through him. Whenever this creature attacks while saddle, gains indestructible until end of turn. Untap all creatures you control. Yeah, that's cool. So Pseudo Vigilance for your creatures. 5 mana for a 5/5. If you can saddle it for 4, get to untap all your stuff. Well, all your creatures at least. Pretty cool ability. A Wicker Folk Indomitable. Can cast it from graveyard by paying some life in addition. Plow Through. You got a sorcery that'll let you either fight or destroy a vehicle. Scrap Compactor. We're into our commons. Can deal some damage or destroy a creature or vehicle. Maximum Overdrive. Never not gonna love this card. 2 mana for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. It gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. So you don't have to play this on your own creature, it just says target creature. So if one of your opponents blocks one of your other opponent's creatures, say in Commander where you have multiplayer, you can give it Death Touch just to make sure that it's gonna kill off something after declaring some blockers, which is pretty nice little combat trick that you can do. Very neat. I mean, just an awesome name. Maximum Overdrive. So nice. Art card. Got a little bug doing some driving, along with a swarm. Planes, I don't know if you saw, but we have a little something there from the looks of it. Let's see what we've got. A planes, a pit automaton, redshift. Okay, so I think we did have redshift in our opening pack. So let's take a look at both of these side by side. Redshift, Rocketeer Chief, Vigilance. You can tap it to add X mana in any one color, where X is its power. Spend this ability only to activate abilities. And the exhaust, which you can only activate once, is 10 and a red and a green to put any number of permanent cards from your hand onto the field. Very cool. Very nice art too. Air response unit, we got some more vehicles. Voyage home, affinity for artifacts. All these vehicles are going to be artifacts. And speaking of, ways to get rid of your artifacts that are maybe problematic to you that your opponents control. Sky Crash. Intimidation tactics. Don't know that we've seen this one before. Sorcery, target opponent reveals their hand. Choose an artifact creature from it. Exile that card. Yeah, always useful. Being able to take a look at info from your opponents and getting rid of something that may be important to their game plan can set you ahead. Very cool. Oh, I love this token, the Dinosaur Dragon. Very cool. Blossoming Sands, enters tapped and gain a life. Broadcast Rambler, enters create a Thopter and it can crew for 1. Nice. Quang Feast, we saw this a couple times in the last unboxing, but we'll go over it again here again. Choose target creature, planeswalker, or vehicle, mill 2 cards, then destroy the chosen permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Yeah, Black definitely loves to have a gigantic graveyard, so taking full advantage of that is awesome. Oh, I love these. 0/8 for 2, vanilla creature with no abilities. Kalorna, Coral Tyrant. Very cool art, very cool card. Roadside Assistance. Hopefully we won't need any of that. Dredger's Insight. Boom Scholar. Starting column. Start your engines, add a mana. So it is a mana rock for 3, and at max speed you can sack it, draw 2 cards, and discard 1. Okay. Pretty solid. Goblin Surveyor. Also more of the start your engines. Max speed lets you exile this card from your graveyard and draw a card. Cool. Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I don't know that we've seen this. Also start your engines at max speed, exile it from your graveyard, draw a card. Cool. So we'll cycle those at common. Alrighty. Oop, Gonti again. Yeah, the Richard Caden Ferguson art. We love to see it. Only way it could be better is if it was the foil stamped one, but still just an awesome, awesome piece of art. Hey, Mu Yanling, Wind Rider. When it enters, create a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. Your vehicles have flying, and whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Very cool. Love seeing Mu Yangling back from the dual decks back in the day. Just a very, very cool character and an awesome ability. Trade. The helm, exchange control of target artifact or creature you control and target artifact or creature an opponent controls. And it has cycling for 5. Okay, I can see that being useful for sure. Another roadside assistance, some road rage. Ranger's Aether Hive, interface Ace. They do love the alliteration with these card names. Very cool. Alrighty. We've got a Pilot Mountain Kickoff Celebrations in foil. Crypt Caller Chariot for our rare. Menace, when you discard one or more cards, you can create that many tapped 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Okay. I mean, that is wicked art. But that ability too, they too deserve to witness Amonkhet's rebirth, says Zahir. That's a cool card. I hadn't seen that one before, but that is awesome. Let's see. Start your engines at max speed. Sack this creature. Copy target spell you control. Not just in instant or sorcery. You can also copy creatures, enchantments. You can choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty cool. 2 mana and then 1 mana to activate that. That could be useful. And that's an uncommon. Could see that being particularly useful in draft even. If you're fortunate enough to get a really solid permanent, say like the Aether Spark or something of the like. Well, I guess Aether Spark is legendary, so you wouldn't really want to do that. But maybe one of the Gear Hulks, if we open any of those, we can kind of show y'all. But yeah. Valor's Flagship. Okay, a mythic. 7 mana in white. Flying First Strike Lifelink. Crew 3. Has cycling with an X in its cost. It's always interesting. When you cycle this card, create X/1/1 colorless pilot creature tokens with its token saddles, mounts, and cruise vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. Okay. Crew 3 for a 7/7 with a good amount of keywords. Pretty solid. Ooh, I don't know that we've seen this. Would have recognized this artwork. That's crazy. When this creature enters, all other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If this wasn't a 7-drop, I'd say this is going right into one of the decks that I have with Masker Girl, but 7 mana for this ability? Ugh. I think that's a little steep. Oh, we have the green Vanilla Legend. 7 mana for a 9/7 with no other abilities. just a dinosaur ooze. Very fun. Guidelight Matrix. The Night Market enters tapped. Choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color, or you can cycle it. Okay. Definitely useful in draft and other limited formats, where if you're looking to splash, say, a second, third color, get a little bit of color fixing where you can get it. Get a zombie, Apocalypse Runner, and a new legendary creature we haven't seen before. Sita Varma, Masked Racer. Exhaust for X green blue. Put X +1/+1 counters on this creature. Then you may have the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become equal to this creature's power until end of turn. Huh. So the exhaust means you can have this around for a little while, buff it up with other +1/+1 counters, and maybe even some equipment and stuff. And then just when you're ready for it, just use that as a game ender. Have this be like a 20/20, 30/30, and just all of your other creatures become that same base power toughness. Or is it base power toughness? Hold on. They have their base power and toughness become equal to this creature's power. So yeah, equipment and the such obviously will work with that, which is great. Web Strike Elite, 2 mana for a rare 3/3 with reach and cycling. When you cycle it, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment with mana value X. Nice. Definitely good and limited. Got Spin Out to destroy a creature or vehicle. Lightning Strike. 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped permanent to exile a creature or vehicle. Lots of removal in this set. Some of it a little situational, like being tapped for cost reduction, but can't complain about that. A zombie token. Island. District mascot. We have a dog, folks. We have a dog. And the dog has armor, which is so cool. It's a dog mount for 1. Enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Can pay 2 to remove 2 +1/+1 counters from this creature to destroy target artifact. And whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it and saddle for 1. Awesome. We love ourselves a good dog in the game of Magic, don't we? Wreck Remover. Trip Up. Burner Rocket. Nothing too insane there out of the commons and uncommons. I think we're due for, I was just going to say, a little something exciting. Doesn't want to focus on it, but we got a little something coming up here. Thopter. Dismal Backwater. Zahir. Glory's Past. A foil rare. Start your engine, sack another creature to surveil. Activate only once each turn. When you have max speed. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Sweet. And, ooh, not our very exciting card yet, but Culloden, Triumph Caster. Gives your mounts and vehicles haste. Awesome. And, ooh, Cavalier of Dawn. Okay. So this is a special guest card, as you can see with both the set symbol as well as the set code SPG in the bottom. So this is legal in the formats that it's usually legal in. So if you pull this in your draft, though, I believe these are legal because they take up one of these spots in any of your limited formats. They're just a little bonus to add to the chaos. But yeah, Cavalier of Dawn with some very interesting artwork. Kind of gothic, I don't really know what to describe it as, but very interesting. And a great card too. Vigilance. When the creature enters, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 golem. And when this creature dies, return a target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. 4/6 for 5. Great card. Gonna sleeve that up for sure. A Pit Automaton. I don't know that we looked at this one yet. 2 mana for a 0/4 defender. Taps to add colorless, only to activate abilities. 2 and a tap. When you activate the next exhaust ability this turn, copy it. Choose new targets for the copy. Okay. Not too shabby. Wretched Doll. Ooh. That is something. Tap and surveil. Deathless Pilot. Scurryfoot. Aw. Wait, a cute mouse. Stampeding Scurryfoot. Exhaust. 3 and a green. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Create a 3/3 elephant. Huh. I mean, beautiful art. So, gets an A+ in my book. See, we have another art card. Will this be a stamped one? Yes. War, maybe. Let's see. Wayne Reynolds. And this is art of Redshift, which we had in those first few packs. Very cool. Alright, I think I got a little glimpse there. Got something exciting coming up. Swamp. Night Market, and, ooh, Duretti in full art. Rocketeer Engineer. Duretti's power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. When Duretti enters or attacks, choose a target artifact in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return the chosen card to the battlefield. Very cool. And just right into the uncommons. Roadside blowout, back on track. Run over, crash and burn. All of the on-theme names for a racing set. Alright. Ooh, also some awesome art. A red-haired Valkyrie and some kind of like owl bear almost. Maybe not owl bear, but giant owl. Caradora. Cool. Ooh, and a foil. Gonosaur Rex. 3 green and a green for a dinosaur. That's a 8/8 trample. Ooh, very cool. Cycling for 2 and a green. Whenever you cycle this card, put 2+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle. Gains trample and indestructible till end of turn. The one and only Velocity Raptor. Not a Velociraptor, a Velocity Raptor. Ooh, and another new card. The Last Ride. 1 mana for a 13/13. Of course, it can't be that good. The Last Ride gets -X, where X is your life total. So, could die if you make it a creature, but it's a vehicle. So you can put it out on turn 1, and whenever your life total gets low enough where crewing it doesn't cause it to die immediately, you're in the clear. But it also has 2 and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. You can see that being useful, especially in limited formats. You get this, you have nothing else to do, you just pay your 3 and some life and draw a card. And then you're getting your life total down to where the 13/13 is not going to be -20. It's only going to be minus maybe like 5 or so, and then you'll have yourself an 8/8 that you only paid 1 mana for and got a bunch of card draw. Very cool in limited formats especially. I'm sure there's some like commanders and such that will be able to take advantage of just having 13/13 written on a card for 1 mana, because that's a mighty big stat line. Start your engines. A Bulwark Ox, an Ox mount. Enters while, or attacks while saddled. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sacrifice this creature. Creatures you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Saddle 1. I know I said it in the last video, but indestructible on a sacrificable creature, to be able to do that is a great ability. Looks like we're about halfway through box 1 if I had to guess here. Got ourselves another art card. Ooh, I do love the Miami Vice blues, pinks, purples. Very cool. And Samut, the Driving Force. 6 mana for a 4/5 with First Strike, Vigilance, Haste. Start your engines. Other creatures you control get +X/+O, where X is your speed. And non-creature spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is your speed. Pretty cool. 3 colors. Definitely, I mean, an absolute bomb in limited, right? 3 keywords and cost reduction and creature buffs. I mean, that's great. Ooh, a rare land that we haven't seen before. Start your engines. When you're at max speed, taps for 2. When you're not at max speed, it just taps for 1. I mean, that's great, right? This goes into like any colorless deck for sure. And then any deck that cares about speed, as long as you're not in like 3 or 4 colors. Once you get to max speed, just tap them for 2. That's awesome. Ooh, Haunt the Network. Choose target opponent. Create 2 Thopters with flying. Then the chosen player loses X and you gain X life, where X is a number of artifacts you control. Huh. Pretty cool. Okay. Start your engines, the Highlands. Count on luck. Beginning of your upkeep, exile top card of your library. You can play that card this turn. So you can play lands. You can play spells, or cast spells, I should say. Because it says play, you're not limited to just things you can cast. You can play your lands. Pilot, Island, Winter, Cursed Rider. Has Ward, pay 2 life, 2 mana for a 3/2. Artifacts you control have Ward, pay 2 life, and Exhaust for 4 mana. Tap and exile X artifact cards from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X until end of turn. Huh. That's pretty cool. I mean, the art is... I'm living for it. The face on the card, like, barely noticed, but that's it's so sick. Broadside Barrage. The Daring Mechanic. Art card. Ooh. Graffiti and a bug car with like 8 wheels. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, Mimeoplasm. Revered one. X and Sultai for the mana cost. When it enters, exile X creature cards from your graveyard. Enters with 3+1/+1 counters for each creature card exiled this way. Okay. 2 mana for Mimeoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled with it, except it's a 0/0 and has this ability. Huh. Could be a cool commander. Very neat. Dune Drifter, Transit Mage. The red Vanilla Legend, 4/1 for 2 mana. Did we have... Yep, we had Good Dog. Bestow Greatness. Target creature gets +4/+4 and gains Trample until end of turn. Great dog. Big dog. Alright. We have a treasure. Forest from the first person point of view. Looks like maybe a goblin driving a car around. Cool. And Debris Beetle. When this vehicle enters, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Crew 2. 6/6 trample. Okay. Not bad. Repurposing Bay. Second other artifacts. Search your library for an artifact with mana value equal to 1+ that artifact. Put that on the battlefield. Only as a sorcery. Okay. Pretty nice. Maximum Overdrive. Every time I'll be excited by that. Such a fun name. Alright, and... Ooh. Cool. Ooh, Ovia. Automech Artisan. 3 mana for a... 4 mana for a 1/2. That's bad, you might say. But then you look at the abilities on it, and each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has Trample. So, not only your own creatures, but your opponent's creatures when they attack each other. Great stuff. And you can pay a green, tap it. You may put a creature or vehicle card from your hand onto the battlefield. If an artifact's put on the battlefield this way, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. Awesome, awesome card. Aether Siphon. Start your engines. Max speed. You draw a card. Each opponent mills 2 cards. Each opponent mills 2 cards. Ooh. Is it like a shark too? That's neat. Hour of Victory. Alright. Let's keep it going. Drifter. An explosive getaway. Sorcery for 5 mana. Exile up to 1 target artifact or creature. Return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Explosive Getaway deals 4 damage to each creature. Huh. So you can save one thing, blow up a lot of other stuff. Neat. Start your engines. Oh, the Guardian Sunmare. Nothing crazy. Yes, the Chandra Akira homage. Very cool. Ooh, Lifecraft engine. What does this do? Vehicle enters, choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their others. Ooh. Not bad. Haven't seen that one before. What's that? Clamorous Ironclad. I thought it was going to be a clam creature with the clamorous, but that's more of an unset type joke that they would have made with the name. Pilot. Ooh, Unstoppable Plan. Not in foil. Kind of looked like one for a second to me. But beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. Jason the gang. Cool stuff. And not much else. Oh, and to go with the Akira Chandra art card, we have the vehicle token to go along with it. Very neat. Ooh, we got something. Bulwark Ox in the full art treatment. Yeah, the art's pretty cool, I gotta say. Very neat. Got about, let's say, 6 or so packs left in the box. So far, so good. Another vehicle token. The Thrill Roller. Okay. The Hull Drifter. 5 mana. It's a vehicle version of Hull Drifter. Very fun flavor, though. Thopter, Dismal Backwater. Ooh, Monument to Endurance. Nice hit. Whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Either draw a card, create a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. In discard decks, especially in Commander discard decks, this is a must include for sure. It's just free value on top of the things that you're already trying to do. If you're discarding anyway, getting to draw a card or get a treasure, you could be doing way worse stuff. Ooh. God, this art is so neat. I wish they did more of the full art stuff in the play boosters. Maybe we'll do some collector booster openings for some videos coming for future sets, or if you guys really wanted, maybe we could do some for this set, but let us know in the comments below if that's something you would be looking forward to, or be interested in at least. Howl Squad Heavy. Goblins have haste. Oh yeah, max speed, you can add a red for each goblin you control. That's great. And, ooh, Spire Mech Cycle. Love the art. Only an uncommon, but great card. Oh, Luke's pointing the way. Maybe he's going to point the way to an exciting card for us. I don't think all these are... Nope, actually these are all hits, kind of, huh? Well, we have gotten a lot of good stuff. No. Yeah. Samus one. There we go. I was like, we got a lot of hits. We still got a lot of good cards, but it's not quite the stack that I thought we had. 2 packs left in this box. An insect. Oil Deep Gear Hulk. Ooh, this is cool art too. A little graffiti art. Lifelink, Ward 1. When this creature enters, look at target player's hand. You can choose a card from it. If you do, that player discards the card and draws a card. 4/4. Okay. 4/4 for 4. Finwixt, verbose host. It's a homunculus. The MC of the race. Very cool. And our last regular pack, don't forget, we have the box topper coming up in just a second. But our last regular pack of the first box coming at ya. Very neat. Ooh, we got something. Tranquil Cove, Spell Pierce, Far Fortune, End Boss. Neat. And we'll keep it here to see what we have. Yeah. Ooh, the Hole Drifter. In the full art. Very cool. Alright. Solid hits. Let's take a look at what we have for our box topper in this one. We're going to have 2 cards. One of them is a guaranteed land, I believe. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but has been for the 2 that we've opened so far. So we're going to see. Land should be first. And it is a swamp. Awesome. And for our second card of the box toppers, these are the first place foils, by the way. Gold foil treatment. We have something very exciting behind this. Let's see what we get. Ooh, Bloodghast. That is incredibly playable in so many decks. Landfall, when a land ETBs, you may return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Just combos with so much. Great reprinted card. Very cool foil treatment. That's awesome. Good stuff out of box 1. The Ovia, Mimeoplasm, the Duretti, the Cavalier of Dawn, Muyang Ling. Woo! But that's not all. We have box 2 of Aetherdrift. Let's give this a run through. We'll keep our cards from the first box over here. Get rid of our stack and a half of the not so crazy cards. And we'll just tidy these up. We have a couple stragglers along with the art cards, but that's okay. There we go. Alright, we will save our box topper once again. And off we go. Gonna skip over most of the commons and uncommons. Ooh, I don't think we've seen this art card before. Very neat. Got the Raceway again. That'll let you tap for 2 mana once you're at max speed. Oh, and that's our rare. So nothing insane out of that first pack. Start your engines, mountain, Pride of the Road, Web Strike Elite. Destroy some artifacts and enchantments by cycling it. Very cool. Pilot. Ooh, we got something. Yeah. Mendicant Core Guide Light. Legendary artifact creature robot. Power is equal to the number of artifacts you control. Has start your engines. When you hit max speed, you can cast an artifact spell. You can pay 1. If you do, copy it. Ooh. I have considered making this a commander. Not sure if it's good enough, but maybe we'll give it a shot. A Gunnosaur Rex has the cycling on it. Rubber blades, nothing crazy, but 2 pretty good hits. Yeah. Ooh, Wastewood Verge. Taps for the green or taps for the black if you have a forest or swamp. Just the debris beetle. Nothing crazy. Got ourselves a dinosaur dragon again, though. Yeah. On the network. Draconautics Engineer. Nice. Treat the helm. Fuel the flames. Okay. Oh, I can already see here. We're going to have the art card for the Aether Spark. Ooh, and it's signed by Donato. Is that Paul Donato? No, Donato Giancola. I should know these names by now. Been magic artist for a long time. Very neat. Lovely stuff. Hopefully that's a omen for what's to come, and maybe we have ourselves an Aether Spark coming up in this box. Only one way to find out. Got the green-blue land, rare land from the cycle. We've been bestowed a dog. Awesome. We have a dog and the Aether Spark art card in one pack. Surely that's gotta mean something. Oh, we have the other, or the next land, the Boros rare. I should probably put those aside because those are pretty solid. They're just not, you know, lands are needed in every deck and they're quite good. They're just not that super exciting stuff like Mendicant Core. Like an Aether Spark or like a Chandra Planeswalker or any number of other like the Lotus card from this set, which we still haven't pulled. Ooh, we got ourselves another Loot the Pathfinder. Very neat. Double Strike, Vigilance, Haste. Has 3 different exhaust abilities. To add 3 mana of 1 color. Draw 3 cards. Deal 3 damage. Very neat. Art card. Ooh, it's the what's his name? Colodin Triumph Caster. Far Fortune and Boss. I believe we got that a few packs ago too. Gas Guzzler. Neat. Thopter. Voyager Glide Car. Scry 1. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control until end of turn. This vehicle becomes a artifact creature and gains flying. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Got about half of the second box to go. Oh, there's loot. I don't want to say too much because I think we got something coming up. Yeah. This is Howl Squad Heavy. Goblin Mercenary, start your engines. 3 mana, 2/3. Goblins have haste. Oh, yeah, it's this guy, but in the non-foil, but the full art treatment. Awesome. Ooh, those wheels are so shiny, too. Some of them are pointy. Doesn't seem very safe. Got some TNT, some explosions out the back. But, hey, they race dirty, but they race hard. We got the Shark, Clamorous Ironclad. Oh, and the shark is like piloting it from the front of it. That's neat. Cut through the air like a corsair. Great set. I should put that and this in the cool pile before I forget. Yeah. Okay. Riding a horse. Jungle Hollow and Oil Deep Gear Hulk, this time in foil. Ooh. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Very neat. Would be nice to see some of the other Gear Hulks. I think we've got 3 of them. I'm assuming there's a cycle of 5. I could be wrong. If there is only 3, we've gotten 3. Highlands. The Riptide Gear Hulk, speaking of which. Double Strike Prowess. Always good to have together. Starts as a 2/5, but not bad. Possession Engine. Oh, I didn't see this one before. Vehicle enters. Gain control target creature and opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. Creature can't attack or block for as long as you control this vehicle. Huh. Okay. You know what? That could be playable in some stuff, for sure. It's 5 mana for a steal effect, but it's about the going rate. And it gives you a 5/5 along with it. Nice. Scrap Compactor. Howl Squad Heavy. It's the one that we have the full art of a couple packs ago. Oh, there we go. Ketramos, the New Dawn. I was really hoping we were going to get one of these. This is one of the bigger hits of the set. Ketramos, the New Dawn. It's a 3 mana Orzhov, legendary creature god. Menace, lifelink, indestructible, 4/4. Already a crazy stat line. Does have a downside. Can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. That's not limited to once a turn either, so that can definitely get abused quite a bit to give you a bunch of card draw. Just got to watch that life loss. But that is awesome. If only we got the full art of that, that would be incredible. Treasure. Ooh, Hazoret, Godseeker. Didn't know Hazoret was back. Indestructible haste. Start your engines. 1 in a tap target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn, and Hazoret can't attack or block unless you have max speed. Okay. Very similar downsides to that of Ketramos that we had in the one before. The can't attack or block unless max speed or cards in exile. Alright. Thopter. Got the Raceway again. Taps for 2 mana as long as you have max speed. Haunted Hellride. Got like a loot doll on the front, maybe? Not sure. Ooh. Lagarin. Oh, yeah, I saw this one before. Not crazy, but it is a legend. It's an uncommon legend. Tax will saddle, put the counters on. some mounts or vehicles. Bulwark Ox. Got a few of those bad boys. Never a bad thing, though. Kind of looks like a shark, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Fearless Swashbuckler. Wow, that is incredibly tongue-twistery. Ooh, and we have another Mimeoplasm. Revered one. Awesome. Always good to have multiples of cards that people actually want, because Mimeoplasm is always going to be beloved. So we will take that. Yeah. Ooh, Bloodghast again. This time, not the first place foil, but just the regular one. Non-foil. Same art. But a great card nonetheless. Speaking of that first place foil, we do still have our other box topper over here, and we're getting pretty close. We've got around about 7 packs left. Don't forget to take a look at jaffcomics.com if you're interested in getting cards like this yourself. Ovia Automech Artisan. A great card again. I think we had one in our first box, but we will once again be happy to have an incredibly solid rare. Oh, and Unstoppable Plan. That's a good pack. And Step on Tap on Non-Land Permanency Control. If you're interested in getting those cards, you can go to jaffcomics.tcgplayerpro. The link is in the description of this video. Or if you're interested in trying to open up some boxes, whether it be booster boxes, or even collector booster boxes, I should say, play booster boxes and collector boosters, or if you're interested in bundles, all those should be available with the, depending on what's in stock, on jaffcomics.com. Again, the link should be in the description, but jaffcomics.com to either pre-order or just order any Magic, Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, sealed products. Those are all available on, once again, jaffcomics.com. Was that a rare? Nope, that was just the uncommon. Crypt Color Chariot. Good in zombie decks. And again, if you're enjoying these opening videos, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because your subscription will tell us that you'd like to see more of us opening Mu Yanling, Wind Rider, as well as the cool alternate arts of Cloudspire Sky Cycle, and any other cards. Maybe we'll be doing some collector boosters in the future. If you guys are interested in that, leave some comments below. Let us know what you're interested in seeing the most. Waxen Shape Thief. I don't think we've seen this before. We have it enter the battlefield as a copy of an artifact or creature you control for 4 mana and at flash speed, but it has cycling. Okay. And a sick imitator. The blue clone type effects in this set are pretty solid. Alright, only 2 packs plus the box topper to go. Vinwixt, Midnight Mangler, 2 good ones, of course. our last actual play booster pack of Aetherdrift play boosters. Let's see what we get. A pilot the swamp. A fearless swashbuckler. Roadside assistance. Ooh, and ended off with a hull drifter. Lovely. But that's not to say we are fully ended off yet, because your eyes are on the prize. That's right, Chandra. It is time for our last box topper pack for Aetherdrift. 2 cards. Could be one of, I think it's about 15 actual cards aside from the basic lands. Try and open this in a way that doesn't damage them. It's always a little tough when it's just 2 of them, so we don't want to bend it. Alrighty. Should be face down. Good. Which land? Ooh, plains. Oh, that reminds me a lot of like Hyper Light Drifter, kind of. Maybe Destiny 2. Very neat. Alright. Once again, check out jeffcomics.tcg Player Pro if you're interested in getting any of these cards, including the one we're about to reveal. Will be listed on there. Or check them out in store. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Ooh, the last ride. Wow, that's pretty. The gold and the blue. Ooh. It looks very ghost-like. That is pretty. Last ride gets -X, where X is your life total. Awesome, awesome card. That, the blood gas from the first box, the swamp. I mean, that is lovely. Once again, if you're interested in any of these awesome, awesome cards, you know where to go. I've told you already. Make sure to hit subscribe for more videos opening Magic content, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Lorcana, tons of openings for your favorite TCGs. You know where to go. Jeff Comics. Get yourself a Ketramos the New Dawn. Make a commander deck that's going to be absolutely awesome to play. Lose some life, but draw a boatload of cards. Oh, such a fun set. This has been an awesome opening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, if you'd like to see this in the future, leave some comments below. Let us know. And thank you. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.